This tutorial is going to be about assemblé, which means to assemble. So as you can guess, this is a jump where both your legs assemble in the air and then you land with 2 feet together at the same time. So before we go any further, I want you to understand the coordination of assemblé. So right now, I want you to pretend that you're a little kid playing hopscotch, where you jump off of 2 feet, swing one leg out to jump, but then you land on 2 feet at the same time. So you start with 2 feet, slide out 1 foot, and then up in the air, but you land together at the same time. Most people start learning assemblé with the back foot leading. So plie, bend both knees. The back foot slides out into a tendu in second position, then jump in the air, and that back foot lands front. So one more time, if you're doing an assemblé to the right, that means you start with your right foot in back. Plie, slide the leg out into tendu, straighten it all the way, and when you can't straighten it anymore, that's when you go up in the air and cross it in front, and you land with 2 feet together at the same time. If you're going to the left, left foot back, tendu, stretch it to the side, and then up in the air, left foot comes front. Assemblé is a jump that goes straight up and down. Even though your legs move from side to side, your body just goes up and down. There's a moment in the air where both legs are straightened and pointed in tendu, but sometimes you'll see the men send out both legs as if they're almost doing a side split before their legs come back together. You don't need to worry about that right now, especially if you're still a beginner. So this is what assemblé looks like from the front. You slide one leg out in tendu, jump, and they must meet in the air before you land in fifth position. If you want to reverse an assemblé, that just means the front leg goes to the back. You're still doing all the same stuff by sliding a tendu out and jumping in the air. The only difference is you start with the front leg and it changes in the back. Here's a side view of a reverse assemblé. The front leg came out and then it changed in the back. Now a regular assemblé, back foot slides out and then it crosses in front. Assemblé can also be done to the front. You do a tendu, slide your leg out in front of you, hop, and then close it into fifth. Your foot does not always start in fifth position. Sometimes you can take a step and the foot behind you sweeps to the front and you can close the movement with an assemblé. And you guessed it, assemblé can also be done to the back. Plie, tendu to the back, send the leg out to the back, and then you close it in the air before landing. Now a double assemblé just means you do 2 in a row, but the first one does not change and the second one changes. I also want to add that if you're doing multiple assemblés together, one right after the other, you don't need to straighten your legs in between your next jump. Use the plie from your landing as your takeoff for your next jump. Last thing, if you want to make your assemblé fancy, you can add a beat, which is also called battu. So let's say you're in the air doing an assemblé and you want to close front, but you also want to beat. You can't beat front twice, it's a little awkward. So what you gotta do is you gotta actually beat back before you close front. Your legs have to be together in the air before you land, so that beat actually has to happen in the air before you come down. So remember, assemblé is a jump that goes up and down. You don't travel side to side. You sweep one leg out to the side from plie, and then it's important whether you're beating or whether you're not beating, the legs have to meet together in fifth position before you land. You can do a regular assemblé or a reverse assemblé. Assemblé can be done in any direction, meaning front, side, or back, and it can be done in any position, meaning croisé, effacé, or en face.